Hey, how you doing? My name's Anthony Gray. Welcome to another episode of Grayscale. I'm gonna do something a little different here. The rule of thirds. Okay, to have a well-balanced painting. Try not to overly center your subject. All right. No matter how nice you make it, it always ends up being a boring painting because everything's so strategized, especially when you put something dead in the middle. Okay, this is 11 by 14 inch canvas paper I got here. All right, and if you can see the pencil lines here, I separated it into equal thirds. All right, I just took a ruler, did it in centimeters, whatever. Now it doesn't have to be so exact like this, but this is just an example. All right, and I'm gonna show you something pretty interesting also. And while I'm talking, I'm gonna just get right into it here. I'm gonna take a pretty flat brush here. All right, get my towel ready here, and I'm gonna wet the bristles in water. Obviously, I work with acrylic paint, Grumbacher, but right now for the first stage, I'm going to put some black in equal amounts, a third of it on the bottom here, like so. Now, I got the pencil lines. I don't have to abhor to the pencil lines totally, okay, but something like that. But I'm gonna definitely put it down there like this, just like that, something like that. Because I will make it kind of a third, like so, and then I'll wisp up some what would look like grass, kind of have them go in different little directions and stuff like that. Make it pretty interesting here. So I wisp some grass up like that. Okay, now let's go up to the top. Do the same thing. Just like this. Okay, now on the bottom, I'll wisp it into some kind of cloud shapes like this. Interesting stuff going on like that. Put some little gaps in there. Make it, like you can say, once again, pretty interesting, fairly interesting. Okay, but just something like so. Okay, still pretty much a third away. Okay, equal thirds. I'll darken that corner a little bit, just like this. All right, now I have to wait for that to totally dry. Like I said, this is just an example, just to show you how you can make your painting pretty interesting. Doesn't necessarily have to be a landscape. It can be anything, really. Now, what if you do a still life and your subject is in the center? Well, it can be in the center, but you can have something slightly off. Okay, you can place it in the center, but have your grapes slightly off. If your main subject is grapes or apples, oranges, bananas, have it slightly lower and to the right, lower to the left, but still keep it mainly in the center, but it's not directly in the center, not like a bullseye. Try to avoid that. All right, because you want to add interest. Okay, especially if you're interested in that happy dollar. You want people to open up their wallet, not close it. All right, if you want to think about it that way. Okay, so what I did was just take some black and just put it third above. Put some landmass down third below. Okay, like I say, I have to wait for it to dry a little bit. So when we come back, we'll continue. Welcome back. Okay, so you don't necessarily see the thirds kind of, but on the highest point it's really pretty much the third, and lowest point here is really the third. All right, everything else has got higher and lower, give a little variation and whatnot. Okay, all right, so now let's get with the getting here. We'll have a little we're gonna have a little fun with this. Okay, now why did I cover the top and the lower part black? Well, reason being is that whatever we put in the center with no black, it's gonna really explode in color, while everything else here, which will be seen, but it will be kind of subdued, so your middle subject would just pop with color. That's basically the reason why I just did this. Okay, but now what you're going to do is establish what you want to be so bright. All right, so with that said, we're going to get some medium going here. I'm going to put the medium, the clear medium, all over. Okay, and we're going to just cover everything with that with the medium, which is glycerin and shampoo. And what it does is prolong the drying time of the paint, and it helps in blending and all that fun stuff. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna just slap some on here. Now I got a pretty good amount of the glycerin. All you gotta do really just kind of just put it around here real good. It'll flow and all that good stuff. And so I'm doing the whole thing, and hopefully I do it quick enough to where it will remain wet, and we can just go on with the whole shamil here. I did put it on a little thick because as I'm talking, I might be talking and it will kind of, as I'm talking, it'll tack up and stuff and whatnot. So I just need it to be wet long enough for me to get whatever information I want to give you out and still work it with it. 2-inch flat thing here. Okay. All right. So let's get maybe a touch of titanium white here. All right. I just want to kind of put it here in the center, help brighten things out a little bit, just like that. Go up in here a little. Okay. Go down here, down below, just a little bit, just like that. Just touch it up with the white. Now, whatever you add in the white, it's just going to get brighter. You follow me? So let's get a little bit of this alizarin crimson, just a little bit. I'm gonna just touch it, and I'm gonna put it right down here a little, just like that. Just a little bit up there. Get some more alizarin. I'll put it here on the top. Well, now I just put blue in there. I didn't necessarily want the blue. I wanted the crimson. Now it's gonna end up being violet, because I'm gonna still put the crimson up there. Did not want the crimson, not like that. All right, so that's definitely unplanned. Okay, but I already did it. Wow, did I do it? I didn't plan for that, but that's okay. Definitely not planned. Crap, that's all right. I'll work with it. I'll just put the crimson up here. So we got a little bit of violet happening here. It's okay. Like I say, that wasn't planned. That's not what I wanted to utilize, but it happened. I got the paint too close together. I'll just put some crimson or some of that blue down in here too. Might as well. Didn't want it to happen, but it happened. Nothing I can do about it. But I did want a little bit of yellow, which don't seem like that's going to happen because I've got it inundated with blue. So this is definitely unplanned. This is not the color scheme I wanted. This is what happens when you put your paint a little too close. Okay, I'm gonna just wipe some of this away, just a little bit. I'm gonna wipe some away up here. I'm gonna wipe some away down here. I'm just rubbing pretty hard on the brush. I'm gonna clean off the brush. Now I could easily be in a YouTube video just redo everything, but I don't want to. I'm just wiping some of that away. It's okay. All right, I'll get a little bit of white. Put the titanium white right here, just like this. A little bit down below, just like this. Just the titanium white, just like that. I'll work it just like this, because I really didn't want what just happened to happen, but it already happened, and so I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Okay, and I'll just slap the yellow in here like this. And I'll just plop that yellow up there. I'm just using pure cad yellow here, just like that. I'll just use the cad yellow, so it'll be looking like this. Okay, I can say it's okay, whatever, like that. Okay, so now we got like some weird purple reddish stuff going on and unpredictable, but it happened. It's okay. Like I said, it's fine. Okay, now we got our colors up in here. In the morning, sometimes you get those nice, beautiful telemarketer calls, to which I'm very sure you're quite familiar with. All right, anyway, let's move right along. I'm going to get some phthalo blue, just pure phthalo blue right now. And I'm going to put the phthalo blue right into the black like this, just like that. All right, phthalo blue is a transparent color, meaning that if you put it in where black is, it's going to appear what color? Black. All right, which is why I got the phthalo blue up in there. Okay, now I can take that same phthalo blue and I can put it down here too. Just down here like this. Right up there, right around where the grass is down there. Okay, I got it a little mixed in with white, but that's okay. That's why you see it more here than up there, but that's okay. Paint's still slick. Okay, all of that we're going to use to our advantage, trust me. But like I said, it's dark up here, it's dark down here, but it's very light here in the middle. Okay, even with the blue and the little magenta purple we got going on. All right, so we're gonna take, I guess I'll take a little filbert brush here. We'll go right into our titanium white. We're gonna play nothing but pure titanium white. Get a towel handy, get some water handy. Okay, because you're gonna really need some pure white, okay, to do this, to mess around. And we're gonna just tap in some kind of cloud play here. We're gonna go down like this, okay, just like that. And we're gonna play around like just like that, and then we're gonna come across just like so. All right, I'm wiping off my brush. Get some more pure titanium white, all white, okay, and we'll put another one up in here like that, and we have it come down just like so. Okay, yeah, keep it just like that. Clean off the brush. Nothing but all white. Okay, it's picking up the blue underneath it that you can't tell already. We'll put one like right here, just like that, coming down. I'm aiming all of that downward. Okay, some more titanium white. I want it a little bit brighter. There we go. I'll turn the brush around. I just want there, just like so, and we have it come up like that. I'm wiping off the brush once more, getting some more titanium white, nothing but titanium white, and we'll put one right up in here like that. Have him poke out, maybe come a little bit into that fella, like that. Okay, whoops. Clean off the brush. Okay, I'll put the big filbert back. I'm getting a small mop brush, like that. I'm doing what I usually do for clouds, but I'm doing it in reverse. 3 hairs and some air will fade that stuff right out, just like that. Fade it right on out. Okay, we'll fade it right out. The more you rub, the more it's going to pick up the color underneath. Okay, 3 hairs and some air. That's all. I usually do this on the bottom of the clouds. This time I'm going the other direction. That's all. You can wisp some coming down like that. Get some action going like that for some of these guys like that. See that? Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing up here. Just wisp these guys, circular motion. I'll put some action down here like that. So I'm just doing it in reverse. Instead of doing it on the bottom, I'm just doing it from the top. Okay, that's all. And remember, I'm just using the longest bristles. I'll bring some there, but I'll curve it like that. I kind of like them curved and stuff. Just like this. Put it right in there like that. And we'll have this one there like that. Whisk that around. I can lightly put some of these clouds in the back there, have some come in the front. Okay, now I'll take a smaller flat brush, okay, because I want to highlight some of that white just a little bit in certain spots. Like usually let's go pretty much like kind of underneath like this, just like that. I'll wisp something like that, but we'll just pretty much pat some of that and pat it right down in there. So I have it look like it's coming from underneath. I'll wisp some more. Just like that. I'm cleaning off my little tiny flat brush. And we'll tap in some more joyous things in here like that. And we'll have some wisp a little more than others. Then I'm wiping off the brush. I'm going to just pat that color right up in there. A little circular motion. I'll wisp some of that like that. Have it come travel. Yeah, so just like that. So we got some little high points here and there. Okay. A little bit in here too. Just like that. I kind of want it, like I say, brighter on the bottom. So we'll just accentuate that, going a little curve here. The more you rub, the more it goes in. Okay. Like so. Keep on going. I'll tap some of that away too. Tap it right into the previous color. You don't have to do every one, because when you add bright stuff to your object, it shoots it out front a little bit. You follow me? And I'll curve it. And when I curve it like that, all it's doing really is blending into what I previously done before. All right. Okay. So you're making a play off that dark area you got. I'm just gonna wisp some of that there and just wiping off the paint off the brush. I'll softly blend that right into the other color, just like that. Okay. Like I say, you don't have to add it everywhere. Like I say, you might not see it too well because of the glaze and stuff that's happening, but it's fairly dark up there. Okay, like I said, we got a little bit of magenta going. We got all sorts of stuff happening over there for the clouds. Remember, it's still wet here. I got the blue here. All right. Okay, let's put this baby brush back. I know I call it the baby brush. I call it the baby brush. Let's get a, we'll get this guy here. I got a flat brush here. And I'm going to dip in to yellow. Don't necessarily always have to use white. I can use yellow. I'm not even going to put, I'm not even going to mix the white in the yellow, just pure CAD yellow. And we're going to make some grass. Why not? We'll make it like right around in here first. So we're going to establish a little hill here. Just give it a little tap. Just like that. Just tap. Don't worry, it will go in to the dark. Just tap away. This fan brush, I'm going into my yellow, tapping a little bit of yellow. I'm going to tap in a small amount of white into the yellow because I want to really strengthen that glow in the middle. I'm going to get the slightest touch of medium, loosen up the paint. Okay, I'm turning my brush around side to side so I get an equal distribution of this white yellow mix. And I got the glycerin in there. Okay, right in here in the middle. Right here, all up in here. We'll strengthen that up a little bit. I'm just getting some more paint. Still the white yellow mix. Go right here on the side here. Just back and forth. It's got the glycerin in it, so have no fear. I'm putting it right into, fading it right into the magenta a little bit. It's okay. And I'm gonna fade a little bit of this into that blue. I'll scrumble it in there like that. Turns it a slight touch of green, but that won't matter. I just want to strengthen up this middle ground there, but see how that pops out like that? All right. It's okay. Let it pop away. It's all right. I'm just rubbing it right into the bottom here. It still maintains its intensity up in here. And it just fades into a little bit of the purple, into the clouds a little bit, which is A-okay. You kind of want that pow to happen right there. There's a reason for that. Okay. I'm just cleaning off this brush here. All right, now that I just achieved that, it's about as intense as I would like it. Let's get to a fan brush here, and we're gonna play with these this grass here. Get some texture going with the grass. Everything. Remember my previous video? I'll talk about layers. So everything's pretty much in layers. I'm gonna get some sap green here. I'm mixing it in with the yellow, which I need more of. Okay. So I'm just using all what I got left of the CAD yellow. Put it in with the sap green. All right, here we go. I can bring it in a little bit because I know the glare is a little strong. Okay, like so. Like I said, that glare is really kicking. All right, we'll go right here to the front here, and we'll tap in some bright patches up in there like that, and we'll do a little bit more up in here. Okay, let's travel it along. Use the bottom or the side of the brush. It gives you some really impressive looks of grass like that. And don't be ashamed or don't be scared to turn that brush around. Okay, so we're getting different levels of green going on with this. So right now, you know, I use sap green and I use yellow. I used the phthalo blue, and I put the yellow, which gave us our first greens. Okay. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add black to this yellow, which also makes green. So right now the next green you'll see is black and yellow. Black and yellow does make green. Okay, believe it or not, it does make green. And that's what we're going to do right now. It's a deeper form of green. I'll put it down here, but as you can see, it is green. Light taps. And here's another color of green. Okay, so you're adding different varieties of green. Adds interest to your painting. Keep tapping, brings it right into the other color, and it deepens the green. Okay, I will repeat black and yellow. I'm going right here on the other side too, because I kind of like the way it's flowing there. Black and yellow makes green. It most surely does. It is real, because I've seen me do it. I'm just adding a little more black to the yellow, and I need more yellow. You'd be surprised. Well, I'm only using little drops of paint, so, but you would be surprised of how much paint just disappears. But I'm using like little dots of color. Okay, I'm just getting the yellow. I got black on the brush. I'm just getting the yellow, putting it right into the black on my bristles or the fan brush. Okay, then use the side of the fan brush. You hit it flat, boom, just like that. And I'm just getting a little bit more. Now that's an even deeper green, which is fine because it just adds to the highlights that we're going to add to a little bit later. Okay, so just deepening some spots here and there. I like that little deep color of black that's in there, so we're gonna keep that. Okay, that's enough of that. Just clean off the fan brush, only takes a second. Okay, let's get a little bit of this same yellow. I'm dipping into my white. We're gonna go highlight. I'm gonna highlight some things here. Okay, using the side of the brush. Okay, and we're gonna just pop in some highlights only on the direct tops of the mounds. Okay, just like that, on the side. Keep playing with it. Okay, the more you tap, the more subdued it gets. Okay, if you don't want something particularly bright, just keep tapping, and it'll tap its way up out of there. All right, even going slow like this, you can kind of control it. I'm gonna flip the brush around and continue some of that highlight there, getting some more of the bright like I say, a little bit of yellow, a little touch of white, and you can strengthen up as much as you want. Little taps like that. Okay, it's fairly thick paint, so, and we got a mound right here, right in there, and keep traveling it down. Tap some away if you don't want it too overly bright. Okay, but it's good to have some bright patches in there. Just add to the variety. Okay, so we got that. We're still pretty much not done. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of blue. I didn't clean the brush. I'm getting some blue. A little touch of white with that blue. A little more touch of white. We're gonna come down here toward the end, right in here, and we'll just add a few of those up in there, just like that. Same tapping method. So it's like shade, or I don't know, little hints of bluebells or whatnot. But I'm just adding a little variety down there. We'll put some of that over here in the corner too. I'm gonna turn the brush around. I know I got a little bit more there, just like that, and we'll bring it into some of the dark area, just like that. All right, just a little interest here and there. Okay, so we got little bits of grass going on. On the edge of the grass where I got some blades directly sticking up, we're gonna do that a little bit later. Okay, now what we have established, let's pull back a little bit. Okay, there. So we got our clouds. They're pretty dark, and you got the highlights and everything, but still fairly dark clouds. You got this middle ground in here, which is dry. All right, I would have to put more glaze if I wanted to do anything else special with it. Got a little bit of blue here. Yeah, you know, none of that was really planned. That's not the route I wanted to go, but that's okay. It's already done. No big deal. All right. Okay. We're gonna get a little bit of well, before I do that, let's just not work with the glaze right now. We're gonna do something fairly simple. It would help if you have a steady hand. If you don't, you know, I understand. But we're gonna go here. Okay, right here, and we're gonna go straight down. We'll stop it right around in this area. We'll stop it right here. All right, keep it about as straight as you can, if you can. We're gonna move this right on along. I'm gonna get some medium now, because most of the majority is just dry. All right, so we'll get a little bit of medium. You don't need much. You don't need much. Then we'll go right here from the bottom, because like I say, it's pretty dry down there. And we're just gonna spread that down. You just want, actually, the what will be represented as water, you want pretty wet. Just like that, just the bottom. That's it, just right here. You want a little bit wet. Okay. Okay. Here's the fun part, sweetheart. We'll get some nice smooth reflections going on with this. Okay. I'm gonna take a flat brush, a little taller flat brush. We'll get some, using it black, and get some reflections going. But watch how you see me do this. We'll take it and we'll go straight down, pull it down. Pull it down. Some are a little taller than others. It's okay. Get a lot of black. Now, remember, you got the glaze, so the glaze is going to get this stuff to move pretty good. Some of these buildings obviously are in different heights, different shapes and whatnot. I'm going to take a soft bristle brush, very soft. Be very gentle. We're going to go from this area very lightly, and you're just going to slide it across a little bit. Okay, slide it across. Go on the other side, do the same thing, slide it across, And as you're moving this paint, okay, some of the buildings are gonna, some of the shadow is gonna go this way, some of it's gonna bend the other way. You follow me? So I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna bend some of them the other way, just like that. And then we're gonna go back across again. So now there's like a wave, so the water's like moving like that with it. Okay, and you can still bring some down, wisp it downward, just like that. Wisp it on down. Now it's tough to see it with the glare here. Okay, but believe me, you got a pretty impressive reflection going down there. If you want to strengthen up some of that black, you can also do that. Okay, and I'm just going right from where the darkest part is. I'm just bringing some more down. Okay, just strengthen it right from its shoreline. You want it pretty deep there. Okay, just like that. You can always keep building on it and building on it to get that look. Okay, and as I'm checking it out, I am checking it out because I don't want no ridges. You can do this with a fan brush too, because a fan brush will give you the nice striations that you're looking for. But much like that. Okay, we'll leave that alone. Leave it be. But as you can see now, even though you don't see much of the yellow down below, but you see it all up in here. Okay, all up and around there. And we're gonna have some fun with that too. Okay, but as we're doing this and we're playing around now, you can take your fan brush. Now we got the majority of that taken care of. You don't have to get a fan brush as large as mine. You get a smaller one if you would like. All right, now we'll get to some serious highlights in the front, getting some titanium white and some yellow. Don't necessarily need the medium, but now we'll just wisp some little cute highlights right here on the water's edge. I'm turning the brush around a little bit. Okay, and we'll just get some highlights going right there, right in the front, where it's kind of represented there. Have some going upward, right into the water a little bit if you got to, just like that. And maybe we'll tease a couple bright ones in there like that. But they're pretty bright by themselves, so I really don't have to accentuate really too much, to be honest with you. Just maybe in a few patches, but I don't really need to do it. It's pretty much set there. All right. See, now that's pretty cool. All right, not too bad for a night or a city scene. Okay, we still gotta let this dry up just a wee bit. All right, I mean, don't necessarily have to for what I'm about to do next, but it would be good if you're not very confident in it. Okay, you let it tack up a little bit. We're gonna establish a nice little water line. I'm getting a nice roll of paint here. Okay, clean off my little brush. I don't want no other colors really contaminating it. Get a nice little roll of paint, and we're gonna establish as straight as you can, please. Establish a nice little water line right up in here, right across. Go right across. Go right across, straight as you can, please. If you can, go straight across with it. Okay, I'm wiping off my little palette knife and get a little stronger there, just like that. Now we got a nice little water line going there. Okay, another roll of paint. Now lightly, very lightly. Now from being so close, you can just sometimes just touch a little bit, because it doesn't have to be. These are a little further away, so they can be pretty close together. Okay, that's all I'm doing. Whatever comes off the brush, okay, it comes off, or the palette knife comes off. We're gonna play around with this a little bit. As long as the majority of it is dry, you have to be kind of gentle with the next part. Really good for acrylic, this little effect I'm about to show you here. I'm getting a little bit of cad yellow. I'm gonna mix a small amount of white with it. So I'm tapping a little bit into the white, a little bit into the yellow. I'm gonna stir it around a little bit. Okay, you gotta be extremely light with the touch with this. Okay, right up in here, we're gonna establish a wee bit of a glow, and it's gonna come around the buildings a little bit. So very gently in circles, I'm gonna just glow it a little bit, just like that. And it looks like the sunlight peeking through some of these buildings here. Okay. I'll smooth a lot of this out. But just up around in here a little bit, little glow peeking through. All right, and I'm using only the furthest, the longest bristles, I'm trying to say. And I'll just go around in circles, round circles. The bigger the circle, the better, actually. Smooth some of that out. Some of the buildings, they won't be entirely covered. They won't be, but still establish a little bit of bright in there. I'm just dragging some of it upward. Nice little effect, right? Isn't that cool? Just taking a brush, I'm just scrumbling circular, very circular colors. It's gonna definitely brighten up the yellow. And it's just leaking out into the side of the buildings there. Okay, I'm just getting a little more white, a little more. I'm using the mop brush here. Now, if you had a smaller mop brush than I have, the effect will be a little more contained. Okay, and I just want to brighten up some spots. I'm taking off most of the yellow here off the mop brush, and I'm just going to go in circles. Okay, and I bring some of that wave up in there, but that's okay. It's just my brush is a little large, but it's okay. I'm gonna work with it. I'm gonna dip into my black just a little bit, not much, just a little bit, and I can go in and strengthen up some of this, some of those straggles a little bit there, just like that, just a little bit here and there, just to get rid of some of those little straggles I got in there. It's like that. It's not really gonna get rid of the shine. If you got to, whoops, put them in a circular motion, But everything is fixable. Okay. So don't worry about that. I can tighten that back up. Let's get rid of that. See if we can tighten all that up there. Just like that. Okay. All right. So we got a little bit of sun glow through some of these guys. Okay. And if I wanted to, get a little black, a little yellow, a little white. This is, and I have to scrumble this on, but that water's still a little damp. Okay, but I can just tap a little bit of glow in some of these. Just a little bit of yellow, just in spots here. And that's all I'm doing, little bits of glow. Now remember, your paint's still wet there, so even if you gotta put your paint out a little heavy, you can always fade it like this. You just touch it, just in little spots. You're emulating some of that glow through the buildings there. Okay, just like that. And then you take your brush very softly, and you can tone some of that down, just a little bit. Usually on the edges or whatever. Tone a little bit of it down, but you can still see the reflections. Okay, that's about it really for that. Okay, believe it or not, I don't have too much black left, but we're gonna work with it though, with what I got left, this little bit I got left. Okay, now that you got some of that established, we'll pop in a tree right up around here. Yes, I'm using black just to kind of put a nice little tree in there like this. Just darken him in a little bit. Get a nice tree shape going right here. Make them a little wide, just like that. Shape of a tree here. Get those edges strong. Believe it or not, I gotta get a little water, put it into this black. Get me a sharp edge for the tree. Tree gotta definitely have a strong edge to him. And make him a little bit wider than those buildings too. He's a little closer to us. Okay, he's a nice sized guy. Come on down there like that. Put some roots on him there. Okay, getting a little more black. We're going to establish a branch coming out this way with this fella. There we go. He's a nice sized fella. And we'll put one a little bit higher coming out this way. Give him a little, there we go. Strong tree right there. Okay. All right. Not necessarily a whole tree on the other side. Maybe you can have a branch coming out, swing across like that. Just a branch. Right in here. And then we can have that branch kind of come up that way. Make them prominent. Make them a strong one there. Have them come out that way like that. So there is a branch there, and we'll have a branch eke out like that. Okay. All right. Just like so. Easy parcheesi, baby. Okay. Now that we established that, we'll put this guy back. Let's get me a little more. Actually, no, I don't have to. I'm gonna get me a palette knife. See if I got a small one hanging around here somewhere. I don't need a big palette knife for this. Yeah, we'll use this little guy right here. All right. I'm gonna get a little bit of this cat red. Yeah, I bet you forgot that I had cat red down here. I got a little, not cat red, it's alizarin crimson. I'm using a bit of alizarin crimson and green right now. They're two color opposites. I'm trying to get a nice brownish color going. And when I establish that brown color, I'm gonna add white and it turns it gray. Okay. And that's what I'm doing right now with this little tiny piece of palette knife here. And believe me, it's a little fella. I'm gonna add a little more titanium white, lighten it up a little bit. Okay. I got me a little bit here. And I'm gonna just tap on some color to this guy, to the tree here. Okay, and I think I'll just tap and go downward like that. Add some texture to this dude, just like that. Stay as close to that tree as you can, please. All right, make life easier. I'm just using the side of the flat part of the brush here. I'm just add some little texture going down. Come on around here a little bit, just like that. Add some texture to this fella, and I'll add highlights and all that good stuff to him. That'll come there. Just tapping a little bit, like I said, a little bit of color, bring it on down a little bit, using the bottom edge of the palette knife here, just like that. Tap in a little more, come down to the side here, give him a little bit of something here, just like that. I want this edge, I want him to be behind the tree, so I'll just give him a little strong shadow there. And we'll put some right down here. Just have it come right off the palette knife. You don't have to press hard like you're baking, like you're icing a cake or anything like that. That's not needed. Okay. And I'm just adding, like I say, some interesting texture to this fella. If you want to make it circular or going around, make it going around. Paint's still wet, you can maneuver it like that. Okay. Whatever you would like to do with this fella. Okay. Just getting some more. I'm going to tap it on the bottom of my brush. Get a little texture going. It looks kind of like the light catches it. Looks a little like that there. Okay. And we'll go over here to this small guy, and I'm gonna just get some texture going with him too, just like that. If you're a little worried about the slenderness of the branch, it's okay. I understand. Okay. You just manipulate your brush to have it do your will. Okay, that's all. And you just want to trail some of that paint down there, just like that. Do a little bit up here. Okay. Get a little bit more. And we'll put it right up in here like that. And give them a little trail here. All right, we're going to highlight that too. I'll just use straight white for this. Straight titanium white. Now, it's backlit, this fella. These guys are a little backlit, so there's like a glow on each side. So we're just gonna add just a little bit, just a little bit like that. Have it pick up. It'll pick up, but it won't. Okay. You can kind of ease some of that intensity there, or you can bring it around like this. Bring it on around like that. Add some little circular stuff to it, just like that. Wanna add it around. Put a little bit down there. Put a little bit on the other side there. You don't need too much, really. A little dab would do you. Put some on the top here. Put some on the bottom here. Okay, we'll give him a little strong something there. I'm going on the other side here. I'm scraping off what little bit of white I do have left. The paint that's already on it will pick up what you got. So it's just barely a touch. You drag it on around, straight across. See, don't make such a heavy chore out of it. Have some fun with this. And we'll come back around here like this. Give him a little something. Come around here. Give him a little something there. I know you guys see the back of my head. I tend to be a switch hitter and end up doing stuff with my left hand, which kind of either impresses people or confuses them. So I'll just do it all with the left right now for today until I get tired of it. Then I do switch hit again, just like that. Okay, forgive the glare. I know there's some glare right there. My bad. All right. You know, since I do have this CAD red just sitting here all by its lonesome, not being utilized, I'm gonna bust out with the toothbrush. Actually, I doubt I need white for this. Okay, because we got enough light color going around, so it should stick out fairly well. So we're gonna use some more, because we're gonna deepen up that grass a little bit. The reason why I want to deepen the grass, because I want to kind of maybe keep this little bright glow, the center of attraction here. So I'm going into my CAD, or my sap green, and I'm dipping into my alizarin crimson in that sap green, deepen that grass a little bit up in here. So I'm gonna just, there. We'll deepen some of that grass, because I'm not getting rid of the highlights, but I am gonna deepen up the green grass a little bit, just to chill out all that bright that got up going. I'm not getting rid of the just like that. I'm not getting rid of most of the highlights, but I'm just gonna lower the intensity of that grass a wee bit. Easily done, as you can see. I'll give a couple push around the roots of the trees here. I'll just get a little more green and do that. Give it a nice little push. Get some bushes going right around that fella, just like that. Not necessarily getting rid of all of the green I put down there before, but I just want to tone down some stuff. Tone down a little bit of that shine too, so it doesn't have to look as bright. Okay, you need a couple taps to tone some of that down. I know after I put that red on there, right? But sometimes things like that happen. Okay, like I say, just tone it down a little bit. Tone some of that down too. There we go. Just tone some of that glow down, or all that high shine down, just a little bit. It's still got a little bit of stuff showing through it, but it's not as intense as it was before. All right. Okay. As I'm looking at it, it will come together a little bit better once I take the tape off. All right. Okay. So let's get my script liner here. I'll just use a round brush for this part. Get a little bit of water. I'll sign my initials on this. Guess what? It's gonna have to be yellow. I should use a script liner, but I'm using a round brush. I just use the very tip of the round brush here, and put my initials down. My name should have popped across already. In a perfect world, you would think. Get a little more water here. Titanium white's extremely opaque. Okay, so I would have to really press down, and I would use plenty of paint to do what I'm doing here. There we go. That'll work. Something like that, and I'll just there. Okay, that should be enough to distinguish my signature anyway, but it's right down there. Let's take the tape off and see what she looks like. And basically what this is, it's just a play on having the on thirds, rule of thirds. It's dark black on the top, black on here on the bottom. Okay, backlit city. Maybe you're at a park somewhere and overlooking the little river or whatever, and it can be pretty much any city you want. There we go. Okay, all right. Like I said, I wish I could show you this a little bit better without the glare, but that's pretty much it right there. I guess I can zoom in a little bit, let you guys take a closer look at it. Zoom in, I said something like that there. And I'll pan it up there, and you guys can see. I know it's got a little strong glare to it and whatnot because of the glycerin still shining on it. It's going to take a little while for that to dry up. But everything is there, even a little bit of glow down there. You can intensify that if you would like. Okay, but everything is there. Okay, you got a little bit of the brightness going through the little cities there. Like I say, it's a cute little craft project for somebody to do if they would be interested in doing something like this. I'll bring it back a little bit here. There. All right. But thank you for checking this out. Thank you. I hope this provided a little bit of interest for you and some little tips and tricks. Go to my Facebook page and I'll take a really good picture of this, and you'll see everything without all that glare. And I hope this really helped you out and all of that. And let me know. Give me a quick write, and let me know if you like or not like. You could have added leaves in here. Okay, I could have put some leaves in there and kind of circled everything in a little bit more. But I just wanted to kind of show you what can be done with adding black on the top and the bottom, and keep this stuff pretty bright. And you got the backlit city a little bit, got the little reflections going on in the water. So I just wanted to kind of show you what you can do with it and the techniques involved to do with it. You can use either glycerin or you can use either the shampoo. It's acrylic paint, so well, there you have it. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Peace.